1. The Hanging Dolls of Mexico. Deep in the forests of Mexico, there exists an eerie place known as La Isla de las Muñecas, the Island of the Dolls. Thousands of decaying dolls hang from trees, their empty eyes and severed limbs creating a nightmarish scene. Local legend says a man named Don Julian Santana moved to the forest after discovering the body of a drowned girl in the nearby canal. Haunted by her spirit, he began hanging dolls to appease her ghost. Decades later, his body was found floating in the same spot where the girl had died. Some say the dolls whisper to each other at night. 2. The mysterious staircases. Throughout forests worldwide, hikers have reported finding perfectly intact staircases, sometimes made of wood, metal, or even stone. These staircases lead nowhere, standing alone in the wilderness without any explanation. Some believe they are remnants of lost civilizations, while others claim they are gateways to another dimension. Those who climb them often report a feeling of dread, dizziness, or even blackouts. No one knows their true origin, but authorities refuse to investigate further. 3. The Dyatlov Pass incident. In 1959, a group of experienced hikers set off into the Ural Mountains of Russia, only to mysteriously die under horrific circumstances. When their bodies were found, some had fractured skulls and broken ribs, yet no external wounds. Others were missing eyes and tongues. Their tent was ripped open from the inside, suggesting they fled in terror into the freezing night. Some reports claim radioactive traces were found on their clothes. To this day, no one knows what really happened. Some suspect military experiments, yetis, or even extraterrestrial interference. 4. The missing 411 phenomenon. Across the world, forests have become the setting for unexplainable disappearances. People vanish without a trace, often in locations that were previously searched. Some reappear miles away, in areas impossible to reach in such a short time. The missing 411 cases, researched by investigator David Paulides, reveal disturbing patterns. Many victims lose their shoes, are found in fetal positions, or vanish near boulders or water sources. What makes these cases chilling is the lack of evidence, struggle, or logical explanation. 5. The cabin in the woods that shouldn't exist. A group of hikers once discovered an abandoned cabin deep in a remote forest. Inside, they found rotting furniture, strange symbols carved into the walls, and a table set for a meal that was never eaten. The most disturbing part? No roads, paths, or signs of human activity led to the cabin, as if it had appeared out of nowhere. When they returned with more people the next day, the cabin was gone, vanished without a trace. 6. The Smiling Man of the Appalachian Forest. Many hikers have reported encounters with an unnerving entity in the Appalachian forests, a tall, thin man with an unnatural smile. Witnesses claim he moves without making a sound and sometimes follows them for miles, appearing closer each time they look away. Some believe he is a forest spirit, an unknown cryptid, or something far worse. Those who have tried to talk to him say he never blinks, never speaks, and never stops smiling. 7. The Bone Pit. Deep within the forests of India, explorers stumbled upon what looked like a hidden valley filled with human skeletons. The site, now known as Rupkund Lake, contains hundreds of skeletons, many dating back to the 9th century. What's terrifying is that the skulls show signs of blunt force trauma, as if they were all struck from above at the same time. Some believe they were victims of a sudden hailstorm, but the sheer number of bodies and their perfect preservation raises chilling questions. 8. The Crying Voices. At night, many forest rangers have reported hearing disembodied voices in the woods, often calling for help. Some sound like children crying, while others mimic familiar voices. Yet, when they search, no one is ever found. Some believe this phenomenon is linked to the Wendigo, skinwalkers, or forest spirits that lure people deeper into the woods. Those who have followed the voices often report sudden memory loss, time distortions, or a feeling of being watched. Final thoughts. Forests have always been mystical, eerie, and full of secrets. But some discoveries make us question reality itself. These stories are just a few of the many unexplained encounters people have had in the wilderness. What do you think about these disturbing discoveries? Have you ever experienced something strange in the forest? Let us know in the comments below.